to be able to push the unions. The unions are marching with you. Why? Because the corporations are controlling them. Everybody who comes to support you has the same foot on their neck. It is the corporations and the special interests and the rich who are waging warfare on the poor. They have undue influence over the government. So if we can have one resolution, if we can get everybody to agree, we pass around what we want: freedom from corporate ownership. We want the real democracy. We want the people to rule. The people, not the corporations, to rule. Something everybody can agree on. So in Canada TV, they won't be saying shit like, what do they want? They don't know what they want. They're a bunch of ideas to kids. Have to have an agenda, because with that agenda, we could bring 1 million people here. Just that one thing. I want freedom from corporate ownership. And if we had that one thing, then we could raise, I know I could bring 100,000 people. I did it twice here in this same neighborhood, 2 different times. But we need to have one thing that we rally around, that everybody, every union, everybody. What is the problem with the unions? The corporations don't want to pay them. What is the problem? Everybody who comes to join you has the same issue. There are many issues, micro things, but symptomatic things. But the cause of it, in its nucleus, is corporate ownership of our government, and that has to stop. And we don't. It's not politics, but we do know that 15 times more money go to Republicans. Special interest money and corporate money goes to Republicans than to Democrats, and therefore, their only job, they don't give a shit. They'll tell the poor, cut all your programs, cut all your social services, forget your welfare, forget your health care, forget census. They have the fuck what we want. So everybody can say, around the world, America wants to run it. The people want control. The people want control. They don't want the corporations to be in control. The people. And I think that even President Obama, he tried to not take the money. It's impossible to survive. It's impossible to survive. And if you don't take, so if we can get, and there's much legislation that's been promoted, as you know, about lobbyists, about corporate interests. If the people are adamant that's what they want, we can actually achieve something. We can just not get a sentiment out there and an awareness. People don't realize how little control they have over their own elected officials. How their elected officials do everything to manipulate whatever their active sentiment is to work for corporations. And we just need them not to have influence. I went to Washington. I had an issue. It was a business issue. I went there, changed everything and fuck around. I didn't even invest in anything. But it was a corporation, the ability to go there and change their legislation. But it was nothing. There's no reason for me to be able to go there, except, well, I felt that I was doing something for the poor, and they were attacking me because it was banks against my little business. But for whatever reason, they should be smart enough to make their own decisions without that control. And I think that's what every discussion is that, right? Do you think you can kind of spread that so we can get? So if you had a publicist, if it was him or fuck him, if it was anyone, that person went out and said they want freedom, they want to be controlled, and that's what they want. A simple soundbite.
Movements catch fire
when they have a soundbite.
Right. You got to. I mean, like Russell said tonight, there's if the cause is. By the way, 99%. 1%, 99% thing is actually that's a great slogan. We're the 99% because it encapsulates in one sentence what you're about, which is income inequality. Right?
Exactly.
99%, right? So that's like a cause. That's like the phrase. But like I said,
he's good at framing this shit.
I'm telling you, this can catch fire. It's already starting to catch fire.
We also don't want to see what happened in Wisconsin, where all of a sudden a grassroots movement became a Democratic Party.
I don't want that to happen either.
You don't want to have that happen because I think Democratic Party's been part of the problem. I'm a Democrat, but we've been part of the problem.
Any advice to these guys? It seems like some people the media, cynical bastards that they are, need to sink their teeth into one thing. These guys haven't yet produced an event. What would be your advice to
I think that the unions are joining them, right?
Yeah, the TWU.
Everybody who joins them will have one issue.
Yeah.
That the corporations have hijacked their politicians and their government.
Yeah.
And that the corporations' special interests are more important than the people.
Yeah.
And this is why the unions have their issue.
Yeah.
This is why on the social services they're worried about are going to get cut. And this is why it's a core issue.
Yeah.
Not every single thing, but most things that everybody's discontent about come from that. So when the money gets out of Washington, it gives an opportunity for a lot of the stuff to rise. Once the money comes out of Washington and a politician really represents the people, then he finds, the 95% of the people who need support, who need the government to pay attention. You're not a socialist because you want to give people health care. Well, you're not a socialist because you want to give people decent education. Put together a simple soundbite that actually equals a simple shift in the way that we govern ourselves, then they can actually have a demand. And that demand could be to get the money out of Washington. That could be a good start.
Do you think that's feasibly possible, though, getting money and politics separated?
Yeah. When it's not democracy, when you start thinking about it, you know, the fact that the people's votes mean very little, and I mean, it means something to get you in office. You can convince them of some of the things some of the time. But the real interest of the people are undermined by these kind of controls. I mean, it's just a simplification maybe, but it's also a simple request that we want to shift, you know, we want to get the money out of Washington. It's a simple statement. And it's one that people can rally around. And you can, and it's, I mean, the Tea Party started with a bunch of crap. We have one little simple thing. It would be very easy to bring a lot of people and also create awareness. People will understand, you know, about the money. Why am I not paying fucking taxes? Why can't I figure out ways not to pay taxes? I'd rather give the money to all my causes, all of my philanthropic and social and underwrites, the political initiatives that I care about. That's what I'd much rather do than give it to the war machine, but I should be made to give it to the fucking country so they can give it to the people. It should be the fact that no one's paying tax. I paid less. I gave away bonuses after I sold my company. I paid less than every single employee.
What, FUBU?
No, I sold Fat Farm and I sold Def Jam. In both cases, I sold a company and I gave away millions of dollars in bonuses. And in both cases, everybody paid way more tax than me. Everybody. It's ridiculous. People still, I mean, my higher paid employees all pay more than me because they just pay me as employees. And it's just so many loopholes, so fucked up. And this is because of their influence that they can get away with it. That's why they think, that's why we can get a private plane and write the motherfucker off.